On the 1st of July 2010, almost 1,000 people witnessed the first ever episode of Time Traveller, where we saw the introduction of Agent Nathan and his team. In 2010, a new era begins for Red Matter Productions. But how was it created, and where did it come from? Find out now.
We look at the sky. This could be a trap. The Earth's atmosphere is being melted. Can you sort of feel that sort of loss of air? Well, that's space.
No. I'm the descendant.
Hello boys, did you miss me? Oh! Ow!
Last time I saw you, teleported away from here and tried to get away from the time agency. We escaped together from the 51st century.
Stop! What should I do?
Go back to the hub and hide. You need to. Try and distract them as fast as you can. Go! Go!
It's part of the events that I should be here.
I don't know, but I think we should leave.
Ah!
You made me into this. I'm a liar, Molly. I'm not the person you think I am. You want me to be back in the 51st century with you, but I can't. I'm not that person anymore. I'm sorry. The timeline says so.
But I wish I had my shotgun.
Matt, we're all gone now. That's all that matters.
My name is Adam Raines. I'm your son.
I need you to kill me.
What? No!
But this is where we fly. We're writing history.
Can't let him see me.
Crack the code, you idiot!
You're in our hands now, Nathan. Back to work. Well, that was a weird dream. I'm a liar, Molly. I'm not the person you think I am. You want me to be back in the 51st century with you, but I can't. I'm not that person anymore. I'm sorry. The timeline says so. I will. One day.
Time Traveller was created in May 2010 by young filmmaker Connor Chadwick. In this documentary, we will look at how Time Traveller got the way it was today, what happened to the series as it progresses, and how ideas were formed. This is how it happened.
Must have been in about May or June, actually, of 2010, because we started filming in July of 2010, and we I had all the scripts written, so I think I must have been like late May at least, anyway. And action. What did it feel like watching the first episode of Time Traveller, like first impressions, that sort of stuff?
Well, when it originally first came out, I think because you deleted it quite early on, I was probably one of the only few people that did see it. But I thought that it was the best film that you had ever made. And, you know, Time Traveller, the series itself, was the best fan series you had made. So, you know, I thought it had potential and it could go somewhere. And I was disappointed when you did originally delete it and remove it, but I am very happy that you have brought it back.
I came up with the idea from, ironically, I kind of made a fan film of a fan film. If there was this fan film at the time called Time Agent, and at the time I really liked it. I really liked how the storylines were done, and I wanted to do something like it. So I called it Time Traveller, and since then I wanted to make it similar to Time Agent, but at the same time, if I copied the stories, you know, and the layout of it, I thought, you know, can't do it. And, you know, because people would be angry and stuff, and it wouldn't be what I'd want in the first place.
It was really good, actually. It was quite a good laugh, and the other cast members were really, really funny, and it's just all happy memories, really.
Filming went quite well, I felt. It went, well, how do I put it? We kind of had on and off days. There were, when I met up with my girlfriend at the time, Taz Deadman, when I met up with her to do the filming, it was kind of weird because when I film, I don't say cut or anything with her. I kept saying, every time I go action, and instead of saying cut and then pausing it, I go, it's nice, because I don't know why, I just do it. It's nice. Because I just felt like I wasn't that serious around her, because, you know, I was going out with her and stuff. And also with other scenes at the time as well, such as with Devontae and stuff, I'd say cut or that's cool or anything like that. Nowadays I'm much more serious.
I knew Connor quite well then, and that was the first time I met Ollie Silcock, and that was really good. He's such a lovely person.
Many things were different to Series 1, however. For one, there were original cast members.
There were actually, the whole cast, apart from me, were meant to be completely different. Originally, Molly Rings was meant to be played by a friend of mine, I'm not really in contact with her anymore, called Josie Taylor, and Dr. Aaron Thompson was going to be done by another friend of mine who I'm not even talking to anymore, called Matt Newman. But Devontae was always stuck with the part of Jack Lone Star. That was definite. And he's the only real original cast member I had in mind originally.
Pretty fun, I help out casting people myself really, because I'm producer as well and casting director and cameraman, all behind the scenes shizzle and give ideas and stuff, so it's very nice to help make the series what it is.
When I was filming Series 1, I wasn't completely thinking of Series 2. I had many ideas for the future of Time Traveller, but then obviously some things happened in October where I axed the series, where I thought, no, it's not going any further anymore. So yeah, I did have ideas for a second series, but at the time I was only focusing on the first series, trying to make it the best I could.
But in August 2010, only 4 weeks after the original release, Time Traveller was axed and never heard of again. But why?
Yes, Series 1 was axed in October 2010. At the time, I decided to start releasing Series 1, so I think I started releasing Series 1 on the 2nd of October 2010, I think, and we'd only filmed 3 episodes, and they were coming out every 2 weeks, so I thought, yeah, that'll give me enough time, up to 6 weeks. I think it was, at the end of October when I realised, no, episode 4 is not nearly done, episode 5 is not nearly done either, or 6. And in the end, when we were filming the scenes, we actually ended up with having to cut Devontae's parts altogether, so technically there was no point in even axing it in the first place. I ended up bringing it back in about May or June, because I thought, you know what, I was doing my GCSEs at the time as well, and I was thinking, I want to bring this back, because I looked back on all these clips and thought, I did all this work, but I've never used it, so what's the point? So I thought, I'd better bring it back. I'll see if I can contact Devontae again, because I hadn't contacted him in months. So when I contacted him, he said he didn't want to do filming anymore, so I had to find a way around it, and I did. So, it's all cool.
Once Series 1 was complete, days later, Series 2 began production.
Were you pleased with the results of the episodes you starred in?
Yeah, I think they actually turned out really well. The storylines are quite good.
Series 1 was completed in June 2011, so 11 months altogether of filming, even though we'd already filmed most of the series from like July to September. So, yeah, basically, if you think about it, it took us like 3 months to film it, but altogether, along with how long it took to release, it was 11 months altogether. So, yeah, we finished doing that. I had really long hair at the time, so that's probably the continuity error in the Series 1 finale there. And do you think Time Traveller has improved since then?
I think it's one of those things where it's constantly evolving, constantly improving.
Series 2, I started working on Series 2 in June. Oh wait, no, I don't think it was June actually. I think it was around about May, actually. Because at the time I thought I'd bring it back. So I thought, right, Series 1, most of it is done. Like 90% is done. So I thought I'd continue with working on Series 2. And it sort of worked out really. I mean, I scripted all of Series 2, I think it was in about a week, or 2.5 weeks or so, probably at the latest 2.5 weeks, because I had other stuff to be getting on with, like GCSEs. Now some people think that scripting a whole series in a week or 2.5 weeks is really bad, but most people who've watched some of Series 2 so far have said it's really good writing, so I think like sometimes you can spend loads of work on it. Like you can write a script for 3 months and have it still be terrible, whereas you can write something in just a few minutes or something and have it brilliant. So either way, I think Series 2 is a great series. Were you happy with the results of the Series 2 finale?
Yes, I was indeed.
What made you happy with it?
Well, I did cast who played Brant, so I was pleased with that. When I read the script, I was like, yes, we should get this person in. So I did cast Brant, and he, I think, played Brant very well. Along with that, I liked the storyline for it and how it was set out, and especially how you thought Nathan was dead and all of a sudden, bang, he's alive, and you have to wait forever to find out what's going to happen. So I do like the big cliffhanger that we have there.
Series 2 was originally going to be 8 episodes long. Series 2 has changed a lot since then. I never looked at it being like this now. Episode 3, The Followers, was going to be a 2-parter, hence the length of the episode, which is like the longest episode I've had, 16 minutes. It was originally going to be two episodes that were each 10 pages, put them together. I think it was 8 actually, because it made 16. It came out at 16 minutes, nearly 17 in the end, which was good. I was very happy with the results there. It was. That's mainly where the idea came from. With the first 2-parter, I always had the idea that the Descendant would come back. I just never had the idea of 3.5 billion people dying or having the threat there. But I always had the idea that Nathan, because I put in Series 1 that he had knowledge of the 21st century. I thought if I put that in there, that's a major event, Nathan would know about it. I thought maybe Nathan would know more about it, he'd be like, oh god, this is it. But he actually didn't in the end, he had no idea, he just knew it happened, he just had no idea about what happened to it or anything, as that line went in Series 2.
The day 3.5 billion people died, it was all kept quiet, no one knows what really happened.
Now, the new series of Time Traveller, it is a much more bigger story arc than the first series. It also differs in locations as the first series, as what you saw in the first one. It mainly features Van Hub, but it features a lot of scenes outside this series. But I do a lot of scenes outside in the series, and yeah, it's very, very much spread out, the series as well. And about the story arc, it's much bigger than the first one because there's a lot more. Like every episode actually ends with a cliffhanger, and and in a way it's like a 6-part series, like a 6-parter.
I was in contact with some brilliant people, really, like Donald Borgnine, Callum Baird, all of these people. I was in contact with absolutely brilliant people, and I thought they loved Series 1, and they were really eager to take part. So I thought I might as well ask them. So what I did was I'm obviously my friends were still in it, but they were more like not as main characters. Like Donald Borgnine, he was a main character. He was the second main character, in fact, and he has some brilliant moments in Series 2 completely. And with Callum Baird, I mean, he was only in a small bit in episode 4 and a small bit in episode 6, but his acting was absolutely brilliant. It was brilliant working with him and Donald. It was a fun time. It really was. It really was a fun time. I have definitely considered, throughout filming Series 2, I was actually writing Series 3.
In November 2011, halfway through filming Series 2, a new crew took over filming, therefore making a huge difference to the rest of the series.
Well, it was something I could enjoy doing, it looked really cool, and, really.
We had some new crew for Series 2, obviously. I was like the main person, obviously. I know I'm acting and stuff with Donald taking the camera. We had obviously a new guy, Oliver Silcock. He from Series 2, Episode 4 onwards, he became the co-producer along with me. Like, I'm the executive producer, but me and him are both executive producers. We both discuss what's going on, etc. So I don't know what to call it, whether he's the co-producer or whether we're both executives, but I think we're both executive producers anyway. So you can say whatever you like, really. But he's the main brand new guy. So yeah, he's the brand new guy in this thing. Definitely for Series 3, he has a big part in Series 3, not just that crew-wise either. You might have seen him in Series 2, Episode 2 as a news guy, David Newman. He was the guy saying that 21 million families will be devastated. That's Ollie Silcock. He's going to do a few little news scenes here and there.
Time Traveller is a relatively popular fan film, so surely there must have been ideas before Time Traveller.
Before Time Traveller, I had so many similar series to the storyline of Time Traveller, well, Series 1 anyway. The same thing, the Time Agency, or that shiz, and there was Stranger, I think, that was the earliest one. Stranger was sort of filmed from about August, I think it was September 2009 until, well, 9 months later or so. So if I use mathematics, probably May or so. So yeah, that's the only one we really had that was similar. Although when I axed Time Traveller Series 1 originally, I did try and remake it, but it was going to be called Time Guardians. To the dark and the cold.
Owen Carter.
I'm so sorry.
We will never give up. Thanks for the offer, but we're not interested. I've time travelled before, and it's never turned out good. We never give up until it's over.
Who created these factors?
A team better than all the others.
Do you know what Nemesis means?
Why do we need help?
A team beyond all boundaries.
But they threw us away, left us to work alone. This is us, alone.
All the humans are gone.
A team who prepares for anything.
I understand you called me here to look at an Earth Demon.
A team searching for redemption.
Maybe we can ask him.
Even in death.
And this team is Time Guardians.
So simple, yet so weird.
I agree.
We did film a little bit of it actually, but we never finished it because we cut that as well, ironically. Stranger Series 1 was also cut as well. Series 2 never happened. I did script it, but it never happened. And then we brought back then we created Time Traveller. And yeah, that's sort of where we are at the moment. Yeah. Describe Time Traveller in 3 words.
Time travelling people.
Thank you.
So, after 2 new years in the making, Time Traveller is now this popular, brand new, original fan film.